Hey there, this is Dave Gleason. I am head coach here at Athletic Revolution in Pembroke, Massachusetts. And I again want to talk to you again about youth soccer fitness, and today in relation to the 1 mile and 2 mile either tests or training protocols that I'm still hearing about. And a lot of training programs for high school soccer, that's freshman, JV, and varsity soccer. Now this may come across as an indictment on a lot of soccer coaches, especially in our area. But I want you to know that we're here to help. We are part of a greater mission to change paradigms and to change the way people are doing things so that most benefits not only their program, but more importantly, the individuals in their program. Those young athletes, those young boys and girls that are on your teams and trying out for your teams. So let me start here with the testing using a 2 mile test. A lot of what I hear is they have to do 2 miles in 16 minutes. And I'm hearing a lot of the kids can't even finish the 2 miles, or it's taking them 20, 22 minutes. And that's not really the point of my discussion today. The point is, what are you trying to actually ascertain, or what information are you trying to get from this test? If it's merely to figure out whether your kids are in shape, there's far better ways to do that, in my opinion. First of all, if we look at the game of soccer, it's both aerobic and anaerobic in nature. Most of soccer is short burst sprints with movement in between, but it's a long game, so you're going to use aerobic energy systems as well. So the other thing I want to talk to you about is the very nature of the game in terms of how multi-directional it is. I would much rather set up a short drill session, especially with a soccer ball at their feet, that involves change of direction over a period of time rather than a 2 mile run, which is going to take up 25, 30 minutes before the explanation, the timing of it, the warm-up, the changing over to the next exercise, the next activity. It's at least 30 minutes of wasted time. Now, as a soccer coach myself, again, I say this as, being on your side. We have limited time with our young athletes. I know that you have a limited amount of practice time as well. I'm hearing over and over again about, Mondays are 1 mile day. To me, that's a waste of time. Let's make it a little bit more soccer specific, if you will. Keep the ball at their feet, A. And B, if you want to continue to get your kids or keep your kids in better physical condition for the game, keep a ball at their feet as much as you can in a lot of the drills that you're doing, especially if it's not tactical work or walking through plays. Make sure it's at game speed. I've seen studies where up to 75 seconds of duration at a maximal speed will still elicit a lot of energy from that aerobic system. So you don't have to have your kids try to run a mile at a steady pace. They need to be able to change direction and pace. That's the game of soccer. Change pace, change direction, continually over a period of time. Make sure it's at game speed. That's going to keep their activity, their physical activity level, their fitness as high as humanly possible within the context of the game. Now I say ball at their feet because by and large, those kids still need to work on their skills. They still need to work on their skills. So whether it's 2-touch passing, whether it's dribbling, game speed all the time. Bring intensity to your coaching. That will be mirrored by your players. Get their intensity up and make your practices tough in that way. It doesn't have to be running the cones. It doesn't have to be, certainly, again, the mile run, which is a steady state, long, slow distance, and it's just not conducive to soccer players. So this isn't going to give you all the answers. I want you to start thinking about what you're doing. Is it the best thing for your program and your young athletes? And I'm going to end with this. By and large, our kids are missing out on a physical culture today. We also, as coaches, have that responsibility to try to re-indoctrinate them or indoctrinate them into a physical culture where being fit and active is fun. Some people love to run long distance. Some people don't. So again, I just want you to think about that a little bit. I'm totally available for questions, comments, discussions on this topic. Soccer is near and dear to my heart. I love all sports, with soccer that's my wheelhouse. So if you'd like to discuss this, if you need help, if you're in this immediate area, please feel like you can rely on me. For those of you that are tuning in from literally all over the world, don't look any further than the IYCA as another great resource, iyca.org. That'll teach you everything you need to know about energy systems for every single sport that's out there, and how to train athletes correctly for those sports in context to energy systems that are used or not used. Okay? I'm going to leave you at that. This is Dave Gleason. Thanks so much for your time, and we'll talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.